get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Throwing on second down. Flacco. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 56 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17. Yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Speaking of McCaffrey, boy, he was used a lot in week one, Charles. 128 yards on the ground. He also had 10 catches for 81 more yards.
That's 209 all-purpose yards. I mean, he's unbelievable. He's one of 5 players with 10 or more receptions, 120 more rushing yards.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on third down, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. To throw is Newton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They look to throw on first and 10 with Flacco. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus now for the extra point. And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. Bad he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
You got 3 down. Check 3.
They will go for it. Now Newton. Forced out to his left. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And some room to work. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 58 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st down, it's Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the...
He's got daylight. The 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 68 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And the Broncos are going to get the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 28-yard line.
Check. Fresno.
2nd and 5 now. Flacco over the middle. He's got Deshaun Hamilton. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Flacco, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And an alley to run. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
11 yards and a Panther first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
I can't believe they let you play.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 1 brings up third down and 11.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. Now let's see, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now it's Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 47 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over first and 10.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Flacco's throw there complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Flacco throws complete to Sutton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night, Green Bay, and their defense. Not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going into Chicago and winning. Kansas City, they picked right up where they left off with Patrick Mahomes. Explosive on offense. How about Baltimore and Lamar Jackson? He's not just a single-wing tailback, folks. He's a quarterback. And Tennessee, going into Cleveland, Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry put up 43 points on the Browns.
On second and 2, Newton. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted by the Broncos. His guys take over first and 10.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, it's Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now Flacco will lead them up as they're going to go for 2. Here's Flacco. Throws left side. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? Newton now to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce.
That?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Ready? Check my 47. Hey, I'm coming.
From the 50, Newton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
That's my boy.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Back to throw. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Flacco. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Pressure mounting. Flacco got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. On first down, it's Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.